You go up to a bartender and tell him, make me a 2020. What drink does he make? It's just vodka, but it's served in a 700ml bottle instead of a shot glass. This seems accurate. It's been my drink of choice all year. As a bartender, I'd make you a hot dog water martini. They mop the floor and wring it out into a highball glass. Neat. With a hydroxychloroquine rim. And they shulant the glass with hand sanitizer and it's now sticky. The glass is also rolled in mink fur. It's a shot you have to take with 6 feet long straw. Nasally. You can't even just snort it though. You gotta jam the straw up your nose until it reaches your brain. Then you enjoy it. But I can't even taste it? Exactly. The symptom reenactment is gold. It is pure tasteless thing to say. I can't smell a rat. The end of the world delight from Cat's Cradle. He wanted me to give him a drink on account of the world was coming to an end. So I mixed him an end of the world delight. I gave him about a half pint of creme de menthe in a hollowed out pineapple, with whipped cream and a cherry on top. There, you pitiful son of a bitch, I said to him, don't ever say I never did anything for you. I read that book back in the 70s as a teenager and I thought it was so great that I tried to get my dad to read it, but he wasn't into fiction back then. So I copied out a passage from the book and taped it to his desk. Fish got to swim. Bird got to fly. Man got to sit and wonder why. Why? Fish got to sleep. Bird got to land. Man got to tell himself he understand. A few weeks ago I called dad to wish him a happy 92nd birthday, and somehow we got to talking about Kurt Vonnegut and I quoted that passage again and asked if he remembered. He did, and now he's going to read the book. I only had to wait 45 years. I need to reread that book. I love Vonnegut. I reread it last year, then immediately gave it to a friend. It's one of those books for me. I'll buy as many copies as I need to make sure others read it. A Molotov cocktail. I'm telling you, Molotov cocktails work. Anytime I had a problem and I threw a Molotov cocktail, boom. Right away I had a different problem. This line is made by his delivery for me. Just that little pause he does before the different problem part is something I can still hear in my head. Jason, is that you? Bortles. For the longest time I thought The Good Place was just making up Blake Bortles as really silly name for a football player from Florida. As you may guess, I am not a big football fan. Then I found out it was real, and it just made it funnier. I mean Blake Bortles. It even sounds like a cartoon, and it's fun to say. His parents must have a great sense of humor. Equal parts Everclear and durian liquor, served in a pint glass, with a bomb of neat bitters. The drink is then garnished with a lone Cheeto, and set on fire. Durian liquor. Whoa. I never expected that to be a thing, but there you go. Judging from a durian smell, you probably have to have Ovid to drink it. Okay. Really weird thing. I've had durian with like a pancake thing. It kinda tasted like a very sweet onion melon flavor that just stuck in the back of your throat for about 72 hours. I've only had a hard candy, but it tasted kinda like trash juice smells on a really hot day. The perfect drink. The hand sanitizer 70% alcohol by volume and highly likely to kill anyone over the age of 65. My bartender just shoot in my glass when asked for a 2020. You're lucky to get anything at all. My bar is still closed. He didn't light it on fire? Amateur. I'm pretty sure they will kill you irrespective of the age. Source. Bunch of idiots here died from this when not able to buy booze due to lockdown, and they were 20-40ish. There are actually several vodka manufacturers that make 70% plus by volume. The highest I could find was a Polish company at 96%. He just closes the bar. You have to go and make your own drink at home. And all you have is cooking sherry. Thinking of Gordon Ramsay. Master, forgive me for what I must do. He gives you a gin and tonic in a styrofoam cup to go and then tells you to please leave as it's 9:59 and they'll be closing in 1 minute. This guy Ohio's. D-Wine is always watching. Bartender says it's a shot based off of Irish coffee. You think okay, sounds good. Then what he does is take a steaming hot shot of coffee latte and puts moonshine in it, which curdles the milk. You are desperate, so you drink it anyway, except the moonshine wasn't distilled properly and had methanol in it, and now you are permanently blind. You ask for a couple of shots. Bartender draws a Magnum .44. Luckily I have my protection. I brought my own Magnum. Deflects bullets with massive dong. And while you're out getting literally blind drunk, your house burned down. Something like a cement mixer shot was my first thought here too, but good work stepping it up with the methanol moonshine. Pours everything that's spilled on the bar mat into a shot glass. I've known that as a Jersey Turnpike. I'm a bartender and have served it per customer request. Same. Marylander here. But with bits of crab cake. And an Old Bay rim. Damn it. Now I want Old Bay chips. Straight up vinegar. Glacial acetic acid. A C with lemon. A bottomless C. Every time you think you've finished it, the bartender drops by, refills the glass, and punches you in the dong. A bottomless C. Some people are angry drunks. Some people are funny drunks. But this would make your drunk personality infectious. C. Super spread the good times. Except it's warm leftover C. And every time it's refilled, it's increasingly more lemon. Toilet bowl water with a slice of cucumber. Tall, slightly warm. I think a garnish of asparagus would really help the mouthfeel of this and open up the palate a little more. The 2020 sounds like a shot I used to do when I was younger, called a 649 or 6th bottle from the top shelf, 4th from the middle and 9th from the bottom. Mix them together and you get a 649, always different from bar to bar. That's pretty good, but I prefer the 7 C's. I order it if I see a bachelor or bachelorette at a bar. The bartender's supposed to grab the first 7 bottles they see and mix them into a 4-ounce shot. I tell them that I don't care if it's good or bad, but to use their judgment based on the party's behavior so far. Orange juice and toothpaste shot. Mallet. It's perfect, because the first sip you think this isn't so bad, I can make it through this. Then it punches you in the face. And then your friend convince you to take another shot. Bastards. Chicago has entered the chat. It's spread beyond Chicago now. There is no containing it. Chicago transplants drag that vile shoot with them everywhere they go. I vote for renaming the cement mixer the 2020. It's just Baileys and lime juice. The acid in the juice curdles the milk in the Baileys, and when you drink it, it's like trying to down a thickening wad of snot. It's a shot you order for somebody you're trying to prank, or somebody you hate. It's apropos, because it just gets worse with time, and what would otherwise be pretty enjoyable is the worse because of a quirk of science. Chemistry. Unpopular opinion here, but I actually like this drink. I also like chocolate ice cream mixed with orange sherbet. I swear I didn't catch C and still have my sense of taste. Tastes like alcohol. Affects the liver like alcohol. Doesn't get you drunk like alcohol. Synthahol. That just makes James Doohan mad. What hand sanitizer have you been drinking? I'm bonked out after just 2 tubs. Pull a dirty glass with lipstick on the rim from the bus bin. Fill with ice. 4 ounces Puntimes. Stirred and then shaken. No ice, because it's bitter and makes no sense. Dump ice from glass. Salt rim. Drop in a throat lozenge. Crush it. Add vermouth. Then 1 ounce of heavily peated scotch. Garnish with 3 umbrellas. Light them on fire. Add an orange peel. Serve on top of obituaries. It's going to take a long time to drink, and you're going to hate it. Coughs on you, then kicks you out the bar, because they're shut down. He smashes a glass on the floor and says that's the glass I would have used to make your drink, but you don't get one, because frick your hopes and dreams. He then goes on to describe what he would have made and how great it would have been until you feel so depressed you just go home. Well, you can see this as a glass half broken or a glass half working situation. Mad Dog 2020. He shoots in a glass, throws it in your face. Your boss sees you and says, "Why have you got shoot on your face?" You're fired. And then it turns out the shoot was laced with Ovid. 2 weeks later, as you're dying in hospital, You notice that the TV is showing something with James Corden in it. It's the last thing you see. You die. James Corden then gets cast as you in a film called A Peasant's Death. He calls the drink. The aristocrat throws arms in air. James Corden gets cast as you. The final, most bitter insult thrown by a universe that hates you. Bleach with a hint of lemon. Once you try it, it'll be the only drink you'll be drinking for the rest of your life. Don't have any lemons. Think I could sup it with lemon pledge? We walk out to the back and they light the dumpster on fire. They give me a bottle of hand sanitizer, a Vegas bomb to give me the impression everything will be okay. We go back in the bar where I actually get COVID, because FL, and then the bar closes. Just kidding, they stay open like nothing's wrong. Because FL. Pisses in the glass. A natty light with spoiled milk. Bleach. Needle to inject included. He will pour you a glass of straight vodka and shoot in it.